Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beginner English, the podcast. I'm Emma, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host, David. Hi, David.
Hey there, Emma, and hello to all our amazing listeners around the world. How are you doing today, Emma?
I'm doing great, thanks. I'm actually recording this podcast from my home office today. Speaking of which, that's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's episode, working from home.
Perfect timing. Working from home has become so common these days. I think almost everyone has some experience with it now.
Absolutely. Whether you're a student taking online classes, an employee working remotely, or someone running their own business from home, this topic is super relevant.
And learning English vocabulary for working from home is really important. You might need to talk to colleagues online, join video meetings, or explain your home office setup to someone.
Exactly. So today we're going to learn lots of useful words and phrases. We'll practice conversations, share some funny stories, and help you feel confident talking about working from home in English.
And don't worry if you're a beginner. We'll explain everything clearly and give you lots of chances to practice. Emma and I will speak slowly and use simple words.
That's right. And remember, you can always pause this podcast, go back, and listen again. There's no rush. Learning takes time, and that's perfectly okay.
Before we start, let me ask our listeners, do you work from home? Do you study from home? We'd love to hear about your experiences.
Great question, David. Now, let's dive into our topic. Are you ready to learn about working from home in English?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's start with some essential vocabulary for working from home. David, what's the first word we should teach?
I think we should start with the basics. The first word is work from home. This means to do your job from your house instead of going to an office.
Perfect. Work from home is also sometimes called remote work. Both mean the same thing. For example, you can say, I work from home 3 days a week.
Right. Now, what do you need to work from home? You need a laptop or a computer.
Good one. A laptop is a small, portable computer that you can carry around. A desktop computer stays in one place. Most people who work from home use laptops because they're more flexible.
And of course, you need internet. Without internet, you can't work from home. You might say, my internet is slow today, or I have good internet connection.
Internet is so important. Sometimes we also say Wi-Fi. That's the wireless internet in your house. Wi-Fi sounds like Wi-Fi.
Let's practice that. Listeners, repeat after me. Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Great.
Now, what about where you work? You need a home office or a workspace.
Exactly. A home office is a room in your house where you work, but not everyone has a separate room. Some people work at their kitchen table or in their bedroom. We can call any place where you work your workspace.
I love that. My workspace is actually my dining room table. It's not fancy, but it works.
That's totally normal. Many people have creative workspaces. Now, let's talk about video calls. The most common word is video call.
Yes. A video call is when you talk to someone and you can see them on your computer screen. You might also hear video meeting or online meeting.
And there are different platforms for video calls. Some popular ones are Zoom, Skype, Google Meet, and Microsoft Teams. But you don't need to remember all the names. You can just say video call.
Good point. Now here's a really important phrase. Can you hear me? This is probably the most common question in video calls.
That's so true. And the answer might be, yes, I can hear you. Or, no, I can't hear you. There's a problem with your microphone.
Speaking of microphone, that's another important word. A microphone or mic is what picks up your voice so others can hear you.
Right. And sometimes you need to mute or unmute your microphone. Mute means to turn off your microphone so people can't hear you. Unmute means to turn it back on.
This is so practical. Listeners, Let's practice. Please unmute your microphone.
Please unmute your microphone. Perfect.
Now, what about your camera? Sometimes you want to turn your camera on or off during a video call.
Exactly. You can say turn on your camera or turn off your camera. Some people also say camera on or camera off.
And here's a fun one, screen sharing. This is when you show your computer screen to other people during a meeting.
Screen sharing is super useful. You might hear, can you share your screen? Or I'll share my screen to show you the document.
Now, let's talk about time. One great thing about working from home is having a flexible schedule.
Flexible schedule means you can choose when to work. Maybe you work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. one day and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. another day. You have flexibility.
That's one of the best things about working from home. But some people have fixed hours. That means they must work at specific times, like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day.
Good explanation. Now, let's talk about some challenges of working from home. One big word is distraction.
Oh, yes. A distraction is something that takes your attention away from work. For example, your phone, TV, or even your cat can be distractions.
Cats are definitely distractions. I can't count how many times my cat has walked across my keyboard during a video call.
That's hilarious. Speaking of problems, let's learn about technical issues or tech problems.
Technical issues are problems with your computer, internet, or software. You might say, sorry, I'm having technical issues, or there's a tech problem with my computer.
These happen to everyone who works from home. Don't worry if you have technical problems. It's normal.
Absolutely. Now, let's learn some phrases for being productive at home. One important concept is work-life balance.
Work-life balance means having a good mix between your job and your personal life. When you work from home, sometimes work and life get mixed together too much.
That's so true. It's important to have boundaries. You might need to create a daily routine or schedule to stay organized.
A routine is doing the same things at the same times every day. For example, wake up at 8 a.m., start work at 9 a.m., take lunch break at 12 p.m., finish work at 5 p.m.
Routines really help. Another useful phrase is to take a break. This means to stop working for a short time to rest.
Yes, you might say, I'm going to take a 15-minute break, or let's take a coffee break.
Perfect. Now, let's practice some of these words. Listeners, repeat after David.
Work from home.
Laptop.
Internet.
Video call.
Can you hear me?
Microphone.
Flexible schedule.
Take a break.
Excellent. You're doing great with these words.
Now it's time for our conversation practice. David and I are going to role play different situations that happen when you work from home.
This is really helpful because you can use these same conversations in your real life. Let's start with a common situation, joining a video meeting.
Good idea. I'll be the meeting organizer, and David will be someone joining the meeting. Listen to what we say, and then you can practice using similar phrases.
Ready, here we go.
Good morning, David. Can you hear me okay?
Good morning, Emma. Yes, I can hear you perfectly. Can you see me? Is my camera working?
Yes, your camera is working fine. You look great today. Are you ready to start our meeting?
Almost ready. I just need to grab my notebook. 1 second. Okay, I'm ready now.
Perfect. Let me share my screen so we can look at the project together.
Great. I can see your screen clearly. This presentation looks really good.
Thank you. Now, do you have any questions about the project?
Yes, I have one question. When is the deadline for this project?
The deadline is next Friday. Is that enough time for you?
Yes, that should be fine. I'll start working on it this afternoon.
Wonderful. I think that's everything for today. Have a great day, David.
Thanks, Emma. You too. Bye.
Bye.
That was a typical video meeting conversation. Did you notice the useful phrases we used?
Yes, we said, can you hear me? Can you see me? Is my camera working? And let me share my screen.
Those are super common phrases in video calls. Now, let's try another situation. Emma, how about talking to a friend about your home office setup?
Great idea. This time, you'll be asking me about my home office, and I'll describe it. This is good practice for casual conversations.
Perfect. Here we go. Hey, Emma, I heard you're working from home now. How do you like it?
I love it. It's so convenient. I don't have to commute to the office anymore.
That's awesome. Where do you work in your house?
I have a small home office in my spare bedroom. It's not very big, but it's quiet and comfortable.
What kind of equipment do you have?
I have a laptop, a comfy chair, and a small desk. Oh, and I bought a good lamp because the lighting wasn't very good.
That sounds nice. Do you have any problems working from home?
Sometimes my internet is slow, and that's frustrating. Also, my cat likes to sit on my keyboard.
That's funny. Do you miss going to the office?
Sometimes I miss seeing my colleagues in person, but I really enjoy the flexible schedule.
I can understand that. Working from home definitely has pros and cons.
Exactly. Overall, I'm happy with it.
Great. Conversation. We used lots of everyday English there.
I love how we talked about pros and cons. That means advantages and disadvantages. That's a really useful way to discuss any topic.
Absolutely. Now let's do one more role play. This time, let's practice asking for help with technical problems.
Ooh, this is so practical. Everyone has technical problems when working from home. I'll be someone with a problem, and David will be helpful tech support.
Sounds good. Remember, don't be embarrassed about technical problems. They happen to everyone.
Here we go. Hi, David. I'm having some trouble with my computer. Can you help me?
Of course. What's the problem?
I can't connect to the video meeting. The internet seems to be working, but the app isn't opening.
Let me help you troubleshoot. First, can you try closing the app and opening it again?
Okay, I'll try that. I closed it and opened it again, but it's still not working.
Let's try something else. Can you restart your computer?
Sure, I'll restart it. This might take a few minutes.
No problem. Take your time. Technical issues can be frustrating, but we'll figure it out.
Okay, I restarted my computer, and now it's working. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. I'm glad we fixed the problem. If you have any other issues, just let me know.
I really appreciate your patience. Thanks again.
Anytime.
That was really helpful. We learned phrases like, I'm having trouble, can you help me, and let me help you troubleshoot.
Troubleshoot is a great word. It means to find and fix problems, especially with computers or technology.
And did you notice how polite we were? We said, can you help me? And thank you so much. And I really appreciate your patience.
Being polite is so important, especially when you're asking for help or when someone is frustrated with technology.
Exactly. Now, listeners, try to practice these conversations with a friend or family member. You can change the details to match your own situation.
Great idea. Practice makes perfect, and these are conversations you'll probably have in real life.
Now it's time for our discussion section. David and I are going to share some personal stories about working from home.
I love this part. Personal stories make learning more fun and memorable.
Absolutely. So, David, tell us about your first experience working from home. What was it like?
Oh, wow. My first day working from home was a disaster. I thought it would be easy, but I was so wrong.
Tell us what happened.
Well, first, I didn't have a proper workspace. I tried to work on my couch with my laptop on my legs. After 2 hours, my back was killing me.
Oh no! Working on the couch sounds comfortable, but it's actually terrible for your body.
Exactly. Then I had my first video meeting. I forgot to check my camera before the meeting started. When I joined, everyone could see that I was still wearing my pajama top.
No way! That's so embarrassing, but also really funny.
I was mortified. Mortified means extremely embarrassed. I quickly said, sorry, technical difficulties, and turned off my camera to change my shirt.
That's a classic work from home mistake. I think everyone has at least one embarrassing video call story.
And the worst part was that my internet crashed right in the middle of an important presentation. I was presenting to my boss and some clients, and suddenly, nothing. The screen froze.
Oh, that's the worst nightmare for anyone working from home. What did you do?
I panicked for about 30 seconds, then I called my boss on my phone to explain what happened. Fortunately, she was very understanding.
That's good. Most bosses understand that technical problems happen when people work from home.
Yes, and that day taught me so many lessons. I learned that I needed a proper desk and chair, I needed to dress appropriately for video calls, and I needed a backup internet plan.
Those are all great lessons. Now, I have a funny story too. Do you want to hear about my cat interrupting a very important meeting?
Yes, I love pet stories, especially when they involve work-from-home situations.
Okay, so I was in a meeting with about 15 people, including some very serious executives. I was giving a presentation about our quarterly results. Very professional, very formal.
Sounds important.
Right. In the middle of my presentation, my cat Whiskers decided it was the perfect time to jump onto my desk and sit directly in front of my camera.
Oh my goodness, what did everyone see?
All they could see was a giant cat face blocking the camera. Whiskers was just staring into the camera with this serious expression like he was part of the meeting.
That's hilarious. What was everyone's reaction?
At first, there was silence. Then someone started laughing, and soon everyone was laughing. Even the serious executives thought it was cute.
That's actually a great outcome. Sometimes these interruptions can make meetings more relaxed and fun.
Exactly. And you know what? After that, people would always ask about Whiskers at the beginning of meetings. He became like our meeting mascot.
That's so sweet. Pets can actually be great conversation starters in video calls.
They really can, but I did learn to keep cat treats nearby to distract him during important meetings.
Smart strategy. Now, I have another story about distractions. Emma, have you ever been distracted by food delivery during a meeting?
Oh, this sounds like it's going to be good. Tell us.
So I was in a very quiet, serious meeting. Everyone was discussing budget cuts and cost savings, very somber mood.
Uh-oh, I can see where this is going.
Right in the middle of the discussion, my doorbell rang. And then it rang again and again. I had forgotten that I ordered lunch delivery.
And you couldn't leave the meeting to answer the door?
I was too embarrassed to interrupt, so I tried to ignore it. But the delivery person started knocking loudly, and then my dog started barking like crazy.
Oh no, so everyone could hear all this chaos in the background?
Everyone could hear the doorbell, the knocking, the barking, and me whispering, "Shh," to my dog. It was like a comedy show.
What did you finally do?
My boss finally said, "David, just go get your food. We'll wait."
I was so red in the face, but I had to answer the door. At least your boss was understanding.
Yes, and when I came back, everyone was joking about being hungry too. It actually made the meeting less tense.
I love how these embarrassing moments often end up making things better. It shows that we're all human.
Exactly, and these stories teach us important lessons about working from home, like planning ahead, managing distractions, and not being too hard on yourself when things go wrong.
Such good advice. Now, what about the positive sides of working from home? David, what do you love most about it?
I love the flexibility. I can take a break to walk my dog in the middle of the day, I can eat lunch at home, and I save so much time and money by not commuting to the office.
Those are great benefits. For me, I love being able to create my perfect work environment. I can control the temperature, the lighting, the music, everything.
And let's be honest, being able to wear comfortable clothes is pretty great too.
Yes, though we learn to be careful about pajama tops during video calls.
Very true.
But I can wear comfortable pants that no one can see on camera.
That's one of the hidden benefits of video calls. You only need to look professional from the waist up.
Listeners, we hope our stories made you laugh and also taught you some useful lessons about working from home.
Remember, everyone makes mistakes when they're learning to work from home. The important thing is to learn from them and have a sense of humor.
Now let's talk about cultural differences in working from home around the world. This is really fascinating.
I love learning about different cultures. David, what have you noticed about how different countries approach working from home?
Well, in the United States, working from home became very common, especially after 2020. Many American companies now offer hybrid work. That means some days in the office, some days at home.
Hybrid is a great word to learn. It means a combination of two things. So hybrid work combines office work and homework.
Exactly. In American work culture, people often talk about work-life balance a lot. There's a big focus on separating work time from personal time.
That's interesting. In some European countries, like Germany and the Netherlands, they have very strong laws about working hours. Employees have the right to disconnect. That means they don't have to answer work emails after certain hours.
Wow, that sounds amazing. The right to disconnect protects people's personal time.
It really does. And in countries like Sweden and Norway, there's a strong culture of trusting employees. If you say you're working from home, your boss trusts that you're actually working.
That's a great work culture. Trust is so important for successful remote work.
Now, in some Asian countries, the approach to working from home is different. In Japan, for example, there's traditionally been a strong culture of being physically present in the office.
Right. I've heard that in Japanese work culture, staying late at the office was seen as showing dedication to your job.
Exactly. But that's changing too. Many Japanese companies are now embracing flexible work options, especially for younger employees.
And in South Korea, I know that technology plays a big role in work culture. They have very fast internet and lots of digital tools for working remotely.
South Korea definitely leads the way in technology. Their internet speed is incredible, which makes working from home much easier.
What about in developing countries? I imagine the challenges might be different.
Great point. In some countries, reliable internet and electricity can be challenges for working from home, but many people are finding creative solutions.
For example, in some parts of Africa and South America, people use internet cafes or co-working spaces when they need better internet for video calls.
Co-working spaces are becoming popular everywhere. A co-working space is a shared office where people from different companies can work together.
I love co-working spaces. They give you the flexibility of not having a traditional office, but you still get social interaction with other people.
And speaking of social interaction, let's talk about communication styles. In some cultures, video calls are very formal and structured.
Right. For example, in some business cultures, people always start meetings with formal greetings and small talk about weather or family.
But in other cultures, people jump straight into business. There's no right or wrong way. It just depends on the culture and the relationship between people.
That's such an important point for our listeners. When you're working with people from different countries, pay attention to their communication style.
Exactly. If someone seems very formal, you should be formal too. If someone is casual and friendly, you can be more relaxed.
Another cultural difference is attitude toward cameras in video calls. In some cultures, people always keep their cameras on to show respect and engagement.
But in other cultures, people are more comfortable with cameras off, especially for longer meetings or training sessions.
And time zones. This is a huge part of international remote work. When you work with people around the world, someone is always waking up early or staying up late for meetings.
Time zones can be so tricky. It's polite to be aware of what time it is for other people in your meeting. You might say, "Thank you for joining so early in the morning," or "I know it's late for you."
That's very thoughtful. And in some cultures, people are very punctual. That means they arrive exactly on time. In other cultures, being a few minutes late is more acceptable.
When working internationally, it's usually safest to be punctual unless you know the culture well.
Great advice. Now, what about dress codes for video calls? This varies a lot by culture and company.
So true. Some companies have very relaxed dress codes for video calls, maybe just a nice shirt. Others expect full business attire, even when you're at home.
And some cultures have specific expectations about backgrounds in video calls. Some people use virtual backgrounds, others show their real home office.
Virtual backgrounds can be fun, but make sure they're professional if you're in a business meeting.
Absolutely. A beach background might not be appropriate for a serious client presentation.
Absolutely. One more cultural note, tipping culture. In countries like the United States, people often order food delivery while working from home, and tipping the delivery person is expected.
Good point. If you're working from home in a new country, learn about local customs like tipping, business hours, and holiday schedules.
These cultural insights help us understand that working from home looks different around the world, but the basic challenges and benefits are similar everywhere.
Exactly. Whether you're in New York, Tokyo, Sao Paulo, or Lagos, people are all figuring out how to balance technology, productivity, and personal life.
Now it's time for our Q&A section. We're going to answer some common questions that English learners have about working from home vocabulary and situations.
These are questions we hear a lot, so this should be really helpful for our listeners.
Our first question comes from Maria in Spain. She asks, what should I say if I can't understand someone during a video call because of audio problems?
Great question, Maria. There are several polite ways to handle this situation.
You can say, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you repeat that? Or, there seems to be an audio issue. Can you say that again?
Or you might say, your voice is cutting out. Can you check your microphone? Cutting out means the sound keeps stopping and starting.
And if it's really bad, you can suggest, should we try calling by phone instead? Or, let me try rejoining the meeting.
The key is to be polite and direct. Don't suffer in silence if you can't hear. It's better to ask for help.
Exactly. Our next question is from Ahmed in Egypt. How do I politely end a video call that's running too long?
This is such a practical question. We've all been in meetings that go on forever.
You can say, I'm sorry, but I have another meeting starting soon. Should we schedule a follow-up? Or, I need to jump off in a few minutes for another call.
Or try this. This has been really productive. Should we wrap up and continue this conversation later?
Wrap up means to finish or conclude something. It's a great phrase for ending meetings.
Another option is, I want to be respectful of everyone's time. Can we discuss the remaining items over email?
These phrases help you leave politely while showing that you value everyone's time.
Our third question comes from Yuki in Japan. What's the difference between mute and unmute? I always get confused.
Don't worry, Yuki. Many people get confused by this. Mute means to turn off your microphone so people can't hear you.
And unmute means to turn your microphone back on so people can hear you again.
Think of it like a TV remote. When you mute the TV, the sound goes off. When you unmute it, the sound comes back on.
Great tip. And remember, most video call platforms show a microphone icon. If there's a line through it, you're muted. If there's no line, you're unmuted.
Our next question is from Carlos in Mexico. How do I ask someone to share their screen during a meeting?
Perfect question, Carlos. You can say, could you share your screen so we can see the document?
Or, would you mind sharing your screen? Would you mind is a very polite way to make requests.
You might also say, can you show us your screen? Or, let's look at this together. Could you share your screen?
And if you want to share your screen, you can say, let me share my screen. Or, I'll share my screen so everyone can see this.
Remember to ask permission before sharing your screen in the meeting. You might say, is it okay if I share my screen?
Here's question number 5 from Lisa in Canada. What should I do if my internet connection is bad during an important meeting?
This happens to everyone, Lisa. The most important thing is to communicate the problem quickly.
You can say, I'm having internet issues. My connection might be unstable.
Unstable means not reliable or consistent.
Or, my internet is a bit slow today. Please let me know if you can't hear me clearly.
If it's really bad, you might need to say, I think I should call in by phone instead. Give me 2 minutes to dial in.
And don't be embarrassed. Everyone understands that internet problems happen when working from home.
Our final question comes from Pierre in France. What's the automatic word suggestion feature on a video call platform?
Great question, Pierre. This is useful for casual conversations about working from home.
You can start with, I have a small office in my spare bedroom, or I work at the kitchen table.
Then describe your equipment. I have a laptop, an external monitor, and a comfortable chair.
You might mention lighting. The natural light is great in the morning, or I bought a desk lamp because it was too dark.
And don't forget about challenges. Sometimes it's noisy because I live near a busy street, or my cat likes to interrupt my video calls.
You can also mention what you like about your setup. I love that I can control the temperature, or it's so convenient to make coffee whenever I want.
These descriptions help people understand your work-from-home experience and can lead to interesting conversations about different home office setups.
Excellent questions, everyone. Remember, the key to good communication when working from home is being clear, polite, and patient with technology problems.
Now it's time for our practice section. This is where you get to repeat phrases and improve your pronunciation.
We're going to say common work-from-home phrases, and we want you to repeat after us. Don't worry about being perfect. Just try your best.
Remember to speak clearly and at a comfortable pace. Ready? Let's start with basic phrases.
I work from home.
Now you try. I work from home.
I have a video call at 2 p.m.
I have a video call at 2 p.m.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Great job. Now let's practice some technical phrases.
I'm having internet problems.
I'm having internet problems.
Let me share my screen.
Let me share my screen.
Please unmute your microphone.
Please unmute your microphone.
I need to restart my computer.
I need to restart my computer. Excellent. Now let's practice some meeting phrases.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Let's start the meeting.
Let's start the meeting.
Do you have any questions?
Do you have any questions?
I'll send you the document by email.
I'll send you the document by email.
Perfect. Now let's practice some phrases for describing your work setup.
I have a home office.
I have a home office.
My workspace is comfortable.
My workspace is comfortable.
I work at my kitchen table.
I work at my kitchen table.
My internet connection is good.
My internet connection is good.
Wonderful. Now let's practice some phrases for work-life balance.
I have a flexible schedule.
I have a flexible schedule.
I take breaks during the day.
I take breaks during the day.
I finish work at 5 p.m.
I finish work at 5 p.m.
Working from home is convenient.
Working from home is convenient. Great work, everyone. You've practiced so many useful phrases today.
Remember, the more you practice these phrases, the more natural they'll become. Try using them in real conversations.
And don't worry if you make mistakes. Even native speakers have technical problems and awkward moments during video calls.
All right, let's review everything we've learned today about working from home.
This is really important. Reviewing helps you remember all the new vocabulary and phrases.
Let's start with the essential vocabulary. We learned about equipment, laptop, computer, internet, Wi-Fi, microphone, camera.
And we learned about online communication, video call, video meeting, online meeting, screen sharing, mute, unmute.
We talked about workspace vocabulary, home office, workspace, desk, chair, comfortable, lighting.
And work schedule terms, flexible schedule, fixed hours, work-life balance, take a break, routine.
Don't forget the problem-solving vocabulary, technical issues, tech problems, troubleshoot, internet connection, audio problems.
We also learned some great phrases for video calls. Can you hear me? Let me share my screen. Please unmute your microphone.
And polite expressions. Thank you for your patience. I apologize for the technical issues. Would you mind repeating that?
In our conversation practice, we role-played joining meetings, describing home offices, and asking for technical help.
We shared funny personal stories about cats interrupting meetings, forgetting to change out of pajamas, and food delivery disasters.
Those stories showed us that everyone has challenges working from home, and it's okay to make mistakes and laugh about them.
We learned about cultural differences, how different countries approach working from home, communication styles, and business etiquette.
And we answered common questions about audio problems, ending meetings politely, and describing your workspace.
The key themes today were technology can be challenging but manageable, communication is important, and flexibility is one of the best parts of working from home.
And we also learned that being polite, patient, and having a sense of humor makes working from home much more enjoyable.
Remember these important points. Always test your technology before important meetings, have a comfortable workspace, and don't be afraid to ask for help with technical problems.
And create boundaries between work time and personal time, even when you're working from home.
One more thing, practice these phrases with friends, family, or language exchange partners. The more you use them, the more confident you'll become.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode about working from home.
This was such a fun and practical topic. I hope everyone learned lots of useful vocabulary and phrases.
Whether you're already working from home, planning to work remotely in the future, or just want to understand this important topic better, today's lesson should help you feel more confident.
Remember, working from home is becoming more and more common around the world, so these English skills will be very valuable.
And don't forget, everyone has funny stories and challenges with working from home. You're not alone if you have technical problems or awkward moments.
Now, here's your homework for this week. Try to have a conversation in English about working from home. You could talk to a friend, family member, or language exchange partner.
Use some of the phrases we practiced today. Describe your workspace, talk about your daily routine, or share a funny work from home story.
And if you're in a video call this week, whether for work, school, or just talking to friends, pay attention to the phrases people use. You'll probably hear many of the expressions we learned today.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our podcast and leave us a review. It really helps other English learners find us.
And if you have suggestions for future topics, we'd love to hear them. You can find us on social media or send us an email.
Speaking of future episodes, next week we're going to talk about shopping and money, another super practical topic for everyday life.
We'll learn vocabulary for different types of stores, how to ask about prices, and how to be polite when shopping. It's going to be great.
Until then, keep practicing your English, and remember, every conversation is a chance to improve.
And don't be too hard on yourself if you make mistakes. Learning a language takes time, and you're doing great.
Thanks for listening to Beginner English, the podcast. I'm David.
And I'm Emma.
Keep up the great work, everyone.
See you next week. Goodbye.